Greetings, Eric Backer, naturopath from New Zealand, author of Candida Crusher, formulator of the Candida range of products. It's good to be back. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to talk about pumpkin today. So those big sort of orange things, that people like to carve faces in with Halloween. Pumpkin soup's awesome. We're in winter now in New Zealand, and I really like pumpkin soup. But should you have it on the Candida diet or not? If so, when can you have it? When should you avoid it? Well, pumpkin is a starchy carbohydrate, not unlike squash, okay, not unlike things like sweet corn. There are many different kinds of starchy carbohydrates like this. Sweet potato, you could consider a bit like that. They're quite sweet, people like them. When they cut out a lot of sugars from the diet, they're drawn to starchy carbs. When should you have them? When should you avoid them? Well, it really depends on you. If you're a bloaty or farty person, if you've got lots of gut issues, you need to be careful with these sweet carbos, especially when you start to make diet changes and you want to eradicate a yeast infection or clear up SIBO or parasites. I'd recommend that initially you do an assessment, like a stool test, to assess what's going on in your gut. I also recommend that you clean your diet up in general. So if you are currently eating pumpkin and you want to, get rid of candida, first get rid of the general crap out of the diet, the stuff that you know that you need to avoid, like chocolate, like alcohol, like sugars, junk food, takeaway foods in general. Start cooking at home, meals from scratch. Make home-cooked meals like your grandparents probably made. These are basic things that you need to start doing before you just chop and change things out of your diet. So when you do all these kind of things, let's see what your digestion's like then, because you may not need to take pumpkin out of your diet right up front. Be careful about anyone who tells you to make dramatic lifestyle and diet changes very quick so you can quickly recover. You need to avoid people like that. It's almost like they're trying to convert you or something, like brainwash you religiously or something. So be careful, all right? You need to make change slowly. The bacteria in your gut will not like it when you make massive changes very quick, any more than your muscles won't like it when you start going on a massive exercise program, all right? If your doctor tells you to lose a few pounds and exercise, well, you're not going to join the gym the following week and then start training 3 hours a day and then do, half marathons within a month. I mean, only idiots do stuff like that. And to my mind, only idiots are the ones who make massive overnight diet changes. You don't do it. You make slow change. I've said this 100 times on my videos before. Never make very quick changes with the diet. So some people have too much pumpkin in their diet. So in those cases, they may need to cut pumpkin consumption back. But in my mind, most people don't consume large amounts of pumpkin every day, all the time. So pumpkin's a wonderful food. I really like the butternut pumpkins, like the long ones, sort of got the nice female shape about them. The tall ones, they got that sort of creamy coloured skin. I peel them, we just sort of cook those in a pan with a bit of butter, with a bit of pepper in there, and then just basically cream that up. So you can actually put rice milk with it, with oat milk with it, you could put cow's milk with it, and then blend that up. It's very, very nice. Makes a beautiful soup. So if you've got a lot of gut issues and you are eating pumpkin, it may pay for you to cut back on squash or pumpkin or sweet corn right up front. So just halve the amount that you're having and see if that makes a difference in your life. If you've got major gut issues, irritable bowel syndrome, if you've got inflammatory bowel, if you've done a stool test and found you've got loads of candida that cultured, you've got low levels of beneficial bacteria, or if you've got just a serious gut problem in general, work towards over about a 6-week period to eliminate the starchy vegetables completely from your diet. All the starchy vegetables, potatoes, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, squash, sometimes even zucchini. So just be careful. If you're very much drawn to one particular starchy vegetable or even starchy carb like rice, for example, and you've got major gut issues, just slowly wind this back over a period of 4 to 6 weeks until you've stopped that. And then substitute that sweet starchy carb maybe for a green leafy vegetable. It can make a big difference, like putting spinach and more spinach in there, or broccoli in there, or beans in there, cauliflower or things like that. And that should make a difference. If you've noticed a relationship with cutting back on pumpkin and gas and bloating and flatulence, that's a good sign that that it was not really conducive towards good gut health. You can always introduce it down the track as your health improves and see how you feel. And I've said this also previously, by modifying by changing how you prepare that food, it can have a big effect on the gut too. For example, baking pumpkin as opposed to making a pumpkin soup can have a big difference in terms of how it affects your gut. All right. So maybe if you have pumpkin soup, for example, you're bloating and farting more. But if you bake the pumpkin, you notice that that drops off. So that means that you can modify that starch with a cooking method, and it may have a different outcome in terms of the effects on the gut. Worth thinking about. So, just to recap, should you avoid pumpkin? Can you have it on the Candida diet? In many cases you can, but you need to just seriously reduce the amount. But for best effects, probably better to really cut right back or even stop as you're introducing the Candida diet. Pull these things right back and focus on other kinds of vegetables, because they do have quite a lot of sugar in them. Now for some people this form of sugar is not too bad as opposed to white sugar or bread, but for other people it's not so good. But only you will be able to know that by cutting back and watching a relationship between cause and effect. So I hope this video has been of use to you today. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click on the link below for my Candida report if you haven't already got it, and please subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.